on, fellow junkies? Horror Junkies 509. Call 13th coming at you again today, you guys. And wow, that was dangerous. I had to practice that a couple times to make sure I didn't go ahead and slice my eyeball out, because that would have made this video real short. But anyways, you guys, I hope you guys are having a killer day out there. It's awesome Friday once again. I'm so ready for the weekend to finally get the chance to just relax. But I am ready for this because I am doing something Nightmare on Elm Street related. I miss this franchise. I can't believe it's still on the back burner, the back shelf, whatever it is. Honestly, I watched Dylan's new Nightmare, which was awesome. Check it out on YouTube if you haven't. It is a Nightmare on Elm Street fan film. But you guys, there's just not enough Nightmare on Elm Street right now, and I absolutely miss it. And so I definitely wanted to come here and do a video related of Nightmare on Elm Street. So that's what I'm going to do. But if you hear some banging going around, I am getting my roof replaced. I'm hoping it doesn't affect your guys' enjoyment of the video. But if it does, let me know, and I will make sure not to do it anymore. But that's what's going on if you hear that. But let me go ahead and take this off for now, just so I don't go ahead and kill myself. I don't want to... That's not a good way to start the weekend, by losing an eye or slicing your face off a little bit. But don't worry, the glove will make a return. And I did come home from work today, and my Texas Chainsaw Massacre chainsaw prop is here, so definitely stay tuned for that. I will be doing a video for that real soon, so don't miss it. But what am I going to be doing as far as Nightmare on Elm Street related? I've been very excited to do this for a very long time, and glad to add this to the collection. Definitely don't want to waste any more time, so let's go ahead and get right into it. So, I'm going to be going over the Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge Trick or Treat Studios mask. I have some things to say about this mask, and, I don't know, maybe if I go over reviewing it, maybe I'll have some different opinions on it, but just by looking at it the last couple weeks, I've had it for a little bit, I got some thoughts that I want to go over, and I did have to get the one with the hat, because I couldn't find this anywhere in stock with just the mask. So this hat does come with the this Freddy Krueger mask, and you can get the masks that Trick or Treat Studios masks with a hat or without usually. So, but you got to get what's in stock, I guess. But let's review this bad boy. So I'm going to go ahead and take this off. This is the hat that comes with it, so it is that kind of felt look to it. This is the one I normally use, which is an Indiana Jones fedora replica, which I like better. But in the video, I'm going to try them both on the mask and tell me which one you think looks better, which one you like better. But I'm interested to see on that. Which fedora should I keep on the mask? Because this is the one I always use, so the Indiana Jones one. But you're not here for the hats. You're here for the mask. And so let's go ahead and take a good look at this thing. So we do have the a Nightmare on Elm Street collection ticket here. On the back, it does say Deluxe Revenge, so letting you know that is the Freddy's Revenge mask. And this mask was... Does it not have the sculptor on here? I don't like that. I don't think we have the sculptor on this ticket here. Yeah, but this is all rights reserved by New Line Productions at this point. So, yeah, no, that's sad, because I like to always give respect to the sculptor off this, so that's where that's at. So, you guys know the normal Trick or Treat Studios ticket. Inside, if you don't know how to take care of a latex mask, inside will show you. I'm really excited to finally add this one to my collection, because I've had Part 1 and Part 4 in my collection for quite a little bit. Going back and forth on this one for a long time, but, I decided to go ahead and bite the bullet. I'm really hoping that they're going to do more Nightmare on Elm Street masks. If you haven't seen the 2024 Trick or Treat Studios catalog, which I will be making a video of later on, stuff in that, they are making the remaking the Dawn Post mask, so new Freddy mask, but not like from a new movie or anything like that. So anyway, let's go ahead and take a good look at this mask. Breathe in the detail. Definitely look at the molding. Look at the paint up. Do you guys see Robert Englund in this mold? I do. I don't think he's there as pronounced as the other two. And if you guys are curious about the original and the Part 4 mask, definitely check out my reviews. I have reviewed both of those before. Each one gets their own video, but this one definitely is a very different makeup style, and so I think it is pretty well captured in this mask. It's got some stuff on the head, some like gashes, burn wounds, The masks have all been pretty darn different as far as, you know, the looks for Freddy throughout all the movies. But, you know, I do feel like Trick or Treat Studios is capturing a lot of that great detail in this. What do I think of this mold? You know, I'm going to go ahead and post a picture of Freddy Krueger from the movie here at this point. So I really feel like this mask is, you know, let's go ahead and take this off because sometimes that helps. I don't know if this mask is that screen accurate to me. So taking a look at that photo and then I'm looking at this mask. I feel like this mask is a little chubby, but I understand that it's trying to be a mask, you know, so people could wear it. Because in Freddy's Revenge, I feel like that's the skinniest version of Freddy. Like, his cheekbones are really pronounced. He's also really slimy looking. So that doesn't come across on this mask at all. But, you know, when I actually stop and take a look at this photo, and, like, you know, I look at the designs on his cheeks, a little bit on the head and stuff like that, it matches. So I do feel like that Trick or Treat Studios captured the look, but they can't make it, you know, the movie quality look. You know, they're not going to be able to make this, like, really skinny and bony and make it so you can put it on your head. They're not going to make it nice and slimy. So, like, say if we ever get, like, a Friday 13th Part 8 mask from them, it's not going to be, like, super glistening and slimy. Like, that's just the way it's not going to go. But, you know, honestly, I feel like they really captured a good look of this mask. And I'm glad to finally see this in hand because, honestly, looking at it on the site was one of the rare times that I look at the picture and was like, I don't want this thing. But having it in hand, I definitely think has changed my mind. I would love to hear what you guys think down in the comments. Honestly, the paint up and I think the molding is actually pretty good. One thing I would like to have seen on this mask is, you know how in part 2 where he rips part of his head off and it reveals his brain? When he does that to Jesse? I wish they did that on this mask, or did a variant where, you know, had the rip off part and you could see his brain. Just for a different detail that's not in any of the other masks. Like, something they could have done really cool with this mask, but they didn't. But, you know, I think the mold, I think you definitely see Robert Englund there. I think this nose is a little bit too puffy for this one, but I could be wrong. I feel like it should be a little skinnier. But, you know, that's just things I've noticed. I think the ears are just like they're supposed to be. This one's got the normal notch out of the top here. But, you know, the neck and the bib, I think absolutely looks great. I don't really have any problems with that. I think the hair is on point, phenomenal. I don't think they could gotten better hair for this mask. I think it's a joke I do just about any time I do a Freddy video, but hey, it is what it is. But honestly, I think the only negative things I have to say about this is just I don't feel it's as screen accurate as possible, and I really would have loved to see the brain detail on this. But all in all, the paint ups look pretty decent. The paint up is great. The mold is just fine. I think it looks great. But honestly, not the attention to detail. That's not the right word. Trying to make this as screen accurate as possible is kind of a miss for me on this one. But doesn't mean I don't like it. This is not something I'm going to get rid of because they didn't make it slimy or as bony as it should be in the movie. I think this is a great outing for Trick or Treat Studios, and I think they did a great job. But like always, you guys, let's go ahead and try this bad boy on. Probably the most important part of my videos, I think, and let's see how the fit is. If I remember correctly, the other Freddy's fit me pretty well and pretty snug, so we'll see how it goes. And I'm wearing my sweater, which doesn't fit me very well because I'm a big guy, so it is what it is. All right. Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge mask. Let's go ahead and see how I do it, and then we'll see what it's like. I was going to say, this feels almost kind of tight. This is the very first time I put this mask on, so. You are all my children now. Kill for me, Jesse. And of course, we got to see how it looks with the hats on. So this is the Trick or Treat Studios hat that came with the mask. All right, and this is my Indiana Jones fedora. So you have to let me know which fedora you like better in the comments. But this is what it looks like with me in it. I honestly think this kind of helps the look a little bit. I think it looks pretty good right there. And I usually think my skin tone matches pretty good here. But, you know, that's my personal opinion. As far as fit, it is pretty snug. As you can see, I'm moving the lips as I talk. But as far as fit goes, take a look at the back here. It is pretty wide open here. So if you couldn't hear me, the back, if you haven't seen it, it's pretty wide open in the back. So I definitely don't fit in this thing as great as through the neck as I would like. I usually like it when the back closes up all the way. So I'm a little bit over a 23-inch head, so I don't fit this thing perfectly. But once I'm in it, it's okay. But you can definitely see this is showing off a lot of skin here. So definitely a snug mask. So I wouldn't say anyone bigger than my head is going to fit this that well. Whew. A little worried about ripping that one if I stay in it too long, because as I sweat, it does get a little harder to take off. But as you can see, we did not rip it. But I would say the latex is actually pretty thick. Like, it definitely feels like it's going to hold up pretty well. Obviously, you have to take care of latex. Like any other mask, you've really got to make sure you're taking care of them, keeping them clean, keeping them in a temperature-controlled environment like this room. I've had a lot of these masks for a long time, and they still look phenomenal. But my final thoughts on this mask, I really do actually like the fit. I think it's a great fit. It is tight. So like I said, I'm a little bit over a 23-inch head, so know your head size when you buy masks. And I always try to talk about fit because I think it's very important before you buy something. If you're just a displayer, you can get whatever you want because it doesn't matter. You're not going to wear it. But, you know, for the people who want to wear them, that's what I do this for. So as far as, you know, the paint up, I would love to see this be a little bit, you know, glossier to kind of give it that gooey look. The mold, I love the mold, but I think, you know, if it could definitely make it look a little thinner. Like, you know, have the more pronounced cheekbones. But honestly, when I wore it, I didn't think it looked too bad. I think it actually kind of looked a little bit better when my head was in it. Believe it or not, I made a chubby Freddy look good. Who knew? And then, you know, as far as the fit, I think it's a very snug fit. So you're really going to try to pull out that Freddy Krueger look. It really kind of gives you the face shape that you want. But like I said, anything above my size, I don't think it's going to fit you that well. So what am I going to go ahead and rate this mask out of 10? Honestly, I have a little bit of gripes with the mold, a little bit of gripes with the paint, not so much a gripe with the fit, but, you know, the back part is kind of my biggest gripe on that one. I'm still going to go ahead and give this a solid 7 out of 10. I think it's a great mask. Honestly, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the 3 Freddy Krueger masks that Trick or Treat Studios has released. I think they're great. This was the one I was most worried about as far as the mold being screen accurate, but, you know, it's really up to your own opinion. I'm liking it more now that I've seen it on. I've done this review. I think I've had a really good chance to take a good look at it and admire that it is as good as I was hoping. I do want to go ahead and do some comparisons real quick. So we do want to bring out the original Freddy Krueger mask. So this is the part 1 with the part 2. And like, this part 1 is such a great mask. So very, very happy with how that one turned out. So definitely check out my review for the original one if you haven't seen it. But yes, those are that comparison. And then I also want to compare it to Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, the Dream Master mask, which is also a really great mask. So there's that one. Some really great molds in this collection. So I'm really hoping to see more. You know, are we going to see a 5? Are we going to see a Freddy's Dead? Are we going to see a new Nightmare? I could see maybe a new Nightmare coming out eventually, but I don't know. You know, are they not doing a part 3 because maybe 3 and 4 looked too similar? I don't know what the outcome may be. If you guys know, let me know. But like I said, here's part 2 and part 4. Part 4 also has its own review, so definitely go ahead and check it out. I will try to remember to link them in the description, so if you guys really want to check them out. Freddy, Trick or Treat Studios, Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 2, Freddy's Revenge. I'm going to go ahead and give it a 7 out of 10. I can say I definitely recommend it if you're really wanting to have a Freddy mask of Part 2. Are you a big fan of Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2? It's not one of my favorites, but I don't hate it. I definitely watch it every time I do the collection. It's not one I skip. But I'm going to go ahead and give this mask a solid. And then don't forget to let me know which fedora you think looks better. Oh boy. We got the Indiana Jones one right there. And the one that came with Trick or Treat Studios. I can't say I dislike either one of them, so I really think it's a win-win on that part. So, but that's going to do it for me on this review. This is Horror Junkies 509, Kyle 13 signing out just until next time. You guys already know it. I've been sentenced to life. I am a horror lifer. And you guys have a killer day. And honestly, guys, stay tuned. I got this chainsaw prop video coming. I'm going to do a video about the 2024 Trick or Treat Studios catalog. Talk about all the new great stuff that I can't wait to buy and do videos for you guys. But that's going to do for me. You guys have a killer day. And don't forget to stay safe, stay bloody, my friends. And hope you have a great weekend. Take it easy and keep it horror. Keep it spooky. Stay bloody.